today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Big kisses, drama.
She shares her entire life on YouTube.
We separated earlier this year, and of course, she live streamed it.
You're the dumbass.
Is there anything
Somebody sent you a pizza?
And I'm allergic to black pepper.
she wouldn't stream?
My tongue is like swelling up now.
Is it possible that that was attention-getting behavior?
I'm on YouTube.
And why do some want her to just log off?
One of her haters confronted Trisha.
She hit me with their car.
You ran in front of the car and jumped on the hood.
She was headed towards me.
She wasn't headed towards you. You ran her down like a cheetah on a gazelle. Let's do it.
Not a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Well, a year ago, Trisha says she launched her YouTube channel, Truthfully Trisha.
I love to entertain people. I think my channel will be a lot of fun. Big hugs, big kisses. Until next time.
Well, she says almost immediately she gained fans from all over the world, even as far away as Kenya, by live streaming her entire life to nearly 2,000 subscribers. Now, Trisha says she streams everything, including fights with her husband and 17-year-old daughter. Take a look.
I'm just sitting here.
No, stop. I'm saying take it literally anywhere.
Right?
I just got off of work. I wanted to come home and chill out.
Who got you? Who
Stop
talked to you
talking
in the
for a minute.
hallway?
Let me talk.
Now, Trisha says she doesn't see a problem with any of it, but her husband Sean says he is fed up with her airing their dirty laundry. Now, Trisha says she's not only dealing with her family's disapproval, but with people she calls her haters, who she says make her life miserable. Now, Trisha says these online trolls have told her to kill herself, called her fat, ugly, and a beaver. She says they also called the police at least 6 times and Child Protective Services, who showed up at her daughter's school. But when some mysterious pizza showed up at Trisha's door and she ate it, that's when 911 had to be called. Why? Because she says a slice of pizza pie sent her into anaphylactic shock. Here's a look at the life of Trisha online.
People all around the world watch my YouTube channel, Truthfully Trisha.
I am into fitness and having a really good time.
I have nearly 2,000 followers. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. In the beginning, it's given me instant gratification.
So I hope you'll follow me, Truthfully Trisha, at YouTube.
40% of your paycheck goes to your ex-wife.
That's why everyone gets to see this.
My family thinks I'm out of control with my live streams, but I don't think so.
You don't talk to it.
I live stream arguments with my family.
You
need to shut up and back down.
My husband, Sean, wants me to stop streaming.
You're not going to get me to flip.
I have a bunch of haters. They call themselves the Hate Trisha Fan Club.
Kathy, you're racist.
I'm constantly upset with what people say to me negatively.
I just wanted to call her to tell her that I love her.
I've been called a dirty whore, a whack job, a pig, and even a beaver. Unfortunately, I can't ignore it.
Why would you tell me to kill myself?
They have left me a really hateful voicemail.
You're fired. You disgust me.
My haters have criminal pasts, even showing up out of the blue on my vacation.
Trisha, do not sit there and talk junk about people online, because you never know who you're going to run into face to face.
My YouTube followers had the police come to my house between 6 and 8 times and accuse me of being a poor parent.
My husband was acting like a baby and my daughter was upset with me.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm talking to you, said you would not talk to your subscribers.
One hater even sent an unrequested pizza to my house. After a few bites, I had an anaphylactic reaction. It's like my whole mouth and my throat. In July 2017, I live streamed my separation with my husband, Sean.
Who are you talking to?
I'm on the phone.
Who are you talking to?
YouTube.
I've received a lot of attention, and I've become addicted to it.
I just don't know what to do.
I want to log off, but I can't. Drama alert.
Well, Trisha's husband, Sean, says his wife would rather spend time streaming her life and fight with her fans than spending it with him.
I am truthfully Trisha, okay?
Problem is simple. My wife is addicted to live streaming on YouTube.
You're making fun of me?
Trisha live streams most of the day. Trisha started her YouTube channel, and initially I loved it and supported it. But Trisha puts every aspect of her life and my life on YouTube, and I've had enough.
No, you're acting like a baby. Wow.
The world does not need a first-hand account of our marriage, our arguments, and our private conversations.
I'm gonna take the phone from you in a minute.
You're not.
I have my own YouTube channel to tell my side and to defend her.
If you are going to come to Trisha, you better be ready.
We call the people that troll Trisha's page and say hateful things haters. Often people that watch Trisha's page threaten to kill her. When she was told to kill herself, blow your brains out, she lost it. The online haters call her all kinds of names, make fun of her weight, and call her things like Miss Piggy. The haters are obsessed with her, but she's also obsessed with them. When her haters say the smallest little things, like you're fat or you have bad eyebrows, she just can't let it go. She also has a following of ex-convicts, people who hack her email, steal her pictures, and post them online. I got 11 voicemails on my phone from a strange woman calling Trisha a prostitute and a whore. We've actually had an ex-convict hater contact our daughter, and it really scared us. Multiple people have said that Trisha's been sending somebody nude photos, but I've seen those photos. I've been hacked. They often call welfare and child protective services, which causes multiple visits to our house.
Your first name?
You have it on file.
I don't.
I'll write it down for you then, officer.
I feel like I live a double life. I have an alter ego on YouTube defending my wife, and I have my real life. Our life is like the Truman Show. Everything that happens is on a live stream. She's addicted, and it's killing us.
Okay, you don't want to be in the Truman Show.
I like the movie. I don't like to be in it. No, sir.
Yeah, so you'd rather have some privacy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you, even though this is, you say this is causing you some pain, you still are doing this, right?
Yes, Dr. Phil.
And you want to do it.
Yes, Dr. Phil.
What's your payoff? What do you get out of this?
What I get out of this, Dr. Phil, is I suffer with bipolar disorder, and I'm married to a veteran with PTSD. I'm isolated, I'm withdrawn, and YouTube is one of the only places that I can express myself without being told to shush or sit down and be quiet.
Well, apparently they are telling you to shush and sit down and be quiet. In fact, they're telling you to go kill yourself.
The ones that are hurting me, yes, sir.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
And that you say that gets to you.
Yes.
You call your channel or your site Truthfully Trisha.
Yes, sir.
Is that an accurate moniker?
Because I'm brutally honest with my life and everything being bipolar.
So you're truthful straight up. You just call it like you see it. I mean,
sir.
If it comes out of your mouth, it's the truth. People like it or not like it.
Living in secret silence and shame, you become addicted to things. And to live your life authentically, you have to speak the truth no matter how hard it is, no matter who's watching.
And you say your life causes you pain because you were withdrawn, lonely, bored before, and this became your outlet, your connection, that hurt your feelings?
Yes, it's everything. Everything, our whole marriage, everything is, I'm finding things, her opinions, her thoughts on stuff, the television shows that she likes, from the internet. We don't communicate. I am going to the internet to find out what my wife's doing. And during our last argument, our last big argument, I said, "What's going on, Trisha?" And she said, "Well, if you followed me on YouTube, you'd know."
If you paid attention to me, you'd know.
And that really caused me to get upset.
She says, number one, that she loves to tell the truth. It's not airing dirty laundry. She just loves to tell the truth.
But she doesn't need to tell my truth.
So somebody sent you a pizza,
Yes.
and you didn't order it.
There were about 4 pizzas that were ordered to me, and I, in good nature and jolly, I said, I'll pay for it. I know the pizza place. Little did I know 2 of my haters conspired against me, and I'm anaphylactic allergic to black pepper.
And she decided to eat some of it, and it sent her into anaphylactic shock. But did it really? We're going to find out what happened next.
My tongue is like swelling up now.
I opened the front door and there she is, live streaming with the cops and the EMTs there.
And later,
You know something? You've made so many threats.
Sit down.
Told me to kill myself.
Sit down.
Sit down right now.
Sit down.
Trisha live streaming our whole lives is causing big problems in our marriage. We separated earlier this year, and of course, she live streamed it.
You're the dumbass. You need to shut up and back down.
See?
You need to go get and leave.
What?
It started when Sean was upset with me being online.
I was so pissed off, I yanked the router, and that's all it took. It pissed her off. She went nuts.
I flipped out, and I left. I moved out of the house for 2 weeks.
She went online and told the whole wide world that I was abusive. It's caused us to have intimacy issues. Our main problem is a lack of communication. Live streaming is like a drug Trisha can't resist.
Well, for the last year, Trisha says she's been streaming her life and her family's lives, good or bad, because she says she is all about the truth, telling the truth, whether it's flattering, not flattering. She just says, I just tell the truth. It's unburdening for her. Her husband Sean says live streaming is like a drug and Trisha cannot resist. He says her addiction has created haters, trolls, people that get after her. And on one occasion, at least one occasion, they sent her food meant to purposely make her sick. Take a look.
Recently, over the course of 2 nights, we had 5 pizzas delivered to our house that we didn't order.
I ate pizza that had black pepper in it. I'm severely allergic to it. I've talked about my black pepper allergy online, and one of the pizzas that was sent to me had extra black pepper on it.
After taking a few bites, she couldn't breathe, and she called 911.
It's like my whole mouth and my throat.
I woke up after hearing the sirens of the ambulance stop in front of my house.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
As I was having the anaphylaxis, another pizza arrived.
My tongue is like swelling up now.
I opened the front door and there she is, live streaming with the cops and the EMTs there.
Oh, good God, you didn't call me.
I was so pissed off, I told her to turn that phone off.
I can't swallow.
I actually know who did it. That person was out to ruin my day.
Even gasping for breath, she wouldn't log off. It never stops.
Okay, well, first off, if somebody sends you something you didn't order, you don't know where it came from?
We live in a small town.
Why'd you eat it?
We live in a small town.
It can't get that small.
It's that small.
No, why did you eat it?
I bought it and I was in jest. Why not? The poor guy had to drive 45 minutes
So
from
give him a
that
tip and
location
send him
back.
home, but why did you eat it?
My daughter said the first time, Mom, why didn't you keep the pizza? So then I said, okay, next time I'll keep the pizza. It happened. I kept the pizza. I ate the pizza, and that was what happened.
So you said you purchased it to be supportive.
Yes, because as a small mom and pop business, that's not fair, and it hurt my heart to see the poor guy lugging it up.
Well, you didn't need it to be
stairs.
supportive. You paid for it to be
I
supportive.
paid for it, and then I said, hey, I didn't have to make dinner tonight. Didn't even think there was going to be that happening.
And you have a severe allergy to black pepper.
I take precautions.
Like
normally.
peanuts. People
So
have
pretty-
allergies to peanuts. You have it to black pepper. In fact, you sent us a document that is proof of your black pepper allergy because you're all about telling the truth. But this doesn't have a name on it.
Because those were screenshots. You don't have time to get medical records in 2 days. Production's so fast.
Well,
If I had a week, I could get you documents. It takes 7 to 14 days to get your medical record.
when you took the screenshot, why didn't you include your name on the screenshot?
Because it was to someone who was a supportive person to help make a video for me
Oh, so you didn't take a screenshot for us, you took it for somebody else.
a while ago, and that's what I had left in
Why
my
were you,
phone.
why was somebody questioning if you had an allergy to pepper?
A while ago, someone had said that they were going to be supportive of me and make a video for me because they claim that I fake, that I'm a liar.
Okay.
So I said, here's my documents, and I screenshot those, and that's all that I had to provide.
Well, see, I'm trying to figure out what we're doing here and why we're here. Because see, when I started the Dr. Phil show, we didn't even, the first text hadn't even been sent. There was no Snapchat. There was no Twitter. There was none of this Facebook or, this is all new since I started. We were still,
Right.
you know.
Everything that she's sending you, and she's saying that this is something that I sent to somebody else. That's true. She has to prove to everybody else, every question that is asked of her, she feels like she's got to get the approval of other people.
Well, see, this is your chance, because if you like putting it out there and telling the truth, this has got to be a big day for you, because you're on the biggest platform you've ever been on, right?
Yes, sir.
Because your 2,000 followers just went to like 7 million. You're on the #1 show. I mean, we're in 100% of the United States and like 57 foreign countries. I mean, this is worldwide. And so a lot of people this is your chance to set the record straight, right?
Yes.
And you're truthfully Trisha, so you're all about telling the truth.
Dr. Phil,
Where's your EpiPen?
it was in storage.
You're subject to anaphylaxis and you stored your EpiPen?
Yes.
Is it possible that that was attention getting
Oh,
ring?
I'm so beautiful, guys. Check me out. I'm having anaphylaxis here. Yeah, like, no.
And later, okay, that's it. We're done. You're out. You're out of here.
That is not fair.
You're out.
You lied.
Yes, you can.
That was not accurate, what she said.
Come on.
You want to get your wife?
You need to get out of here.
So you gave us a video of you having a severe, you have a severe allergy to pepper, like peanut allergy, which kills children, of course.
A black pepper allergy takes up to 20 minutes, and depending on how much pepper that you eat. And this production happened so fast, I could provide all of the medical documentation you need.
I know the curve of the mucous membranes and the airways closing down when there's a allergic reaction. In fact, I have a video of someone that actually has an anaphylactic shock reaction. This is a mild to moderate episode. Let's take a look.
You better give yourself a shot.
You hear the wheezing because the airways are shutting down here. And this is, and you see she's got an EpiPen.
Yep.
And they're taping this, and finally he says, you need to do it.
Can I add that I was hospitalized for anaphylaxis once before,
Okay,
and I have
so
an EpiPen.
You see, this is the, listen. Okay, now that's a mild to moderate anaphylaxis, and let's take a look at your anaphylaxis that you called an ambulance over.
The medic right across the street, let's make that clear. They didn't travel miles to, yes, ma'am.
Now, you're talking and adjusting the camera, and
Because I was filming what was happening, I could feel it happening.
My tongue is like swelling up now.
you're chatting them up, telling them what's going on here.
It's swelling really.
That's a,
The first time that it happened to me, this is how I know it was happening to me, Dr. Phil.
where's your EpiPen?
I didn't have it when it was in storage when
I can't.
separated.
Oh.
You're subject to anaphylaxis and you stored your EpiPen?
I can't swallow. Yes. As a matter of fact, when you're in a situation when you have to move pretty quickly, you throw stuff in storage.
Not
Sometimes
when
you don't
have
think.
anaphylaxis, you don't store
I
it.
didn't think today I'm going to eat a pizza with extra black pepper on it. You don't think of certain things.
I know what you're saying, Dr. Field.
Let me tell you, when you're subject to your air being cut off,
yes, sir.
You don't store.
You don't breathe. Yeah, you're right.
But also, when you know it's happening and you feel it's happening, you don't wait for either.
So when you've had a reaction worse than what we just saw,
in 2015,
and you stored your EpiPen,
not on purpose.
So you're subject at any time to what we saw with that woman happening to you. And
I have a lot of Benadryl, and I'm very careful with the things that I eat. I always ask, is there black pepper in it? And I protect myself with the Benadryl.
Except a pizza that somebody you don't know sent you, and you just ate that, not knowing what was ordered, what they put on it.
It was in the heat of the moment. Sometimes you don't always think, and to demonize a reaction like that, you can't make that up. It happened. It's not worth 5 cents on YouTube to have a reaction. It's like, hey, I just ate this pizza. If something happens to me, you can see who's
5 cents.
this.
I don't know what you mean, but
you don't make money off of YouTube.
No, but there are different kinds of currencies. Another kind of a currency is attention getting. Is it possible that that was attention getting behavior?
No, sir. Why would I put myself through that and make myself look like an idiot?
Well, that doesn't, because you don't think that looks like an idiot, you think that looks like you're suffering.
I'm so beautiful, guys. Check me out. I'm having anaphylaxis here. Yeah, like, no. That's
because
not
you're
how that
truthfully
happens.
Trisha.
No.
And you tell the truth and the truth only.
Oh, the truth is my hair looks good and I just ate some black pepper. Check out how my lips swell up. No, it's not like that. I was filming what was going on. So if anything were to happen, y'all saw what happened. Medics got to me like that. They were across the street. And that's how that happened. So for me to be demonized for my reaction, what about the person who sent me the pizza unprovoked? I tried to be the nice guy by buying it, and then I'm the bad one because I had a reaction?
No, we could have dealt with any kind of medical issue without it being live streamed.
Oh.
Well, coming up, Trisha says one of her so-called haters that she says should be the ones demonized, not her. I don't think I'm demonizing you. I'm just asking you questions. But if you get defensive, then you're demonizing yourself. She says one of these people stalked her and drove 15 miles to where she was just getting away and taking a vacation just to teach her a lesson. Trisha claims that when she went down out of her hotel room to confront the woman, I don't know why, that the hater actually hit her with her car. We'll take a look at what happened after the break.
I was like, oh no. So I ran outside and then she came for me. I don't know if I learned it from Jackie Chan or Medea, but I jumped when her car came at me. I'd love for you to see that.
And later,
she looked at my naked pictures that were hacked.
I can't talk over you. So
Well, you
listen,
know what?
when it's my turn, I need you to shh.
I don't do sign language.
I know, say it in sign. Stop.
I say it like that.
closed captioning provided by
Memorial Day of 2017, I was live streaming and I had a breakdown. John was visiting his family in Atlanta, so I live streamed for over 8 hours straight. There was a moment where I smeared fake blood on me. It reminded me of the part of me that died when I was raped as a young girl. It got twisted out to be something demonic, and it wasn't. I was admitted in the hospital for 6 days.
I got a call from the hospital. They asked if I wanted to commit her. I said, hell no. Part of her outpatient recovery was to stay offline. It lasted about 5 days, and she got back online.
Everybody's talking to me today.
Now, Sean says he was supportive when his wife Trisha started her YouTube channel. That is until the police showed up with a crisis team and CPS started making welfare checks. Take a look.
Ooh, the
cops are here.
This summer, multiple times, the police have knocked on our door with a crisis team.
Hands up, don't shoot, guys. They've been saying I had suicide attempts. They wanted wellness checks.
What's the reason you got called out?
A troll called.
They claim that they've been getting calls from all over the country.
But I have it on tape. There was no violence of any sort. CPS was called last week after live streaming an argument with my daughter.
Because I can do it. It is my channel. Congrats, you can do whatever you want.
They have said they received complaints of neglect. A CPS worker came to my door while I was live streaming and told me to turn off my live stream so she could talk to me. And I said no. And I utilized my Fourth Amendment right. Told her to get a warrant and come back.
CPS interviewed our daughter 3 times. They went to our daughter's school and asked questions about her family. But we've been told by CPS we've done nothing wrong. I don't know who's making the accusations, but I bet it's one of the haters.
For them to involve your children, bad news. That's not good for them to do. Now, the police have come to your house too, right?
Yes, Dr. Phil.
And you live streamed that.
Yes, I did, for my protection.
What do you mean?
They have body cams, I have my live cam. They tell me I'm crazy and they want to lock me up and commit me. Show me proof. I am at home. I am not drinking and driving. I'm not doing anything.
Lock you up and commit me. They talked to me about the steps if I wanted to do it.
Well, they went on and said, like at the hospital, you wanted me committed, so.
Okay. So one of the trolls or haters or viewers or followers, or you don't know exactly who it was, but somebody called the police when you streamed an argument you were having with your husband and your daughter?
Yes. Might I interject, sir? One person called 911 as if I were a butterball turkey on Thanksgiving. They called and said that I was suicidal and all this and spent 7.5 minutes talking to a 911 dispatcher about me taking the resources away from somebody else on a Friday night where there are people drinking and driving on the highway. A cop had to come to me while I was live streaming.
Where did Butterball Turkey get in?
Because people call 911 because they burn their turkey on Thanksgiving.
Right,
I'm not worthy of that. I was streaming my life, not actively.
Well, Trisha and Sean say her online haters have even stalked her and tried to run over her with a car. She told us about that. Take a look.
Last week I was in Myrtle Beach and I was live streaming.
One of her haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Trisha.
I went out to get her license plate and she backed out of the parking lot. She hit me with her car.
Haters will say Trisha jumped on the car, but she didn't.
So you knew they were down there.
What happened was I spent the day on Ocean Avenue where there were a bunch of homeless people and a lot of great things. I was with my support dog and some woman, hair messed up. I thought, oh, another homeless woman. I had $5 left in my pocket. At the end of the day, I just wanted a damn ice cream cone. And she started filming me and I said, I don't know who. I was nice. I answered the questions, and I thought, another homeless person, please leave me alone. I just want an ice cream cone. Went and got an ice cream. Then I got a text, somebody's live streaming you right now. I was like, oh no. So I ran outside and I went to get the license plate because it's usually, you're crazy, it's your word against hers. No, I wanted that license plate. So I ran after her.
Why?
I wanted proof that I'm being harassed.
We had proof because she was live streaming. I'm here in front of the hotel. She was parked in this handicapped spot and she waited for you. I saw that.
I could tell, I could smell that because she
we need any more proof.
So I ran after her, she was backing away and then she came for me. I don't know if I learned it from Jackie Chan or Medea, but I jumped when her car came at me. I jumped and I fell and I rolled off the roof and I got back up.
So she hit you with her car?
She hit me with my car. If you watch the direction of the line of her windshield, and I don't know, I
Were you hurt?
Yeah.
How were you hurt? I mean, did she hit you in the hip or ribs or?
If you had to see the clip, I kind of rolled down the hill and I had ice cream stain all down because I threw my ice cream at her. I was so mad. I ruined that damn ice cream.
One of Trisha's haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Trisha.
I didn't invite her.
Come on out! You can move from in front of my car.
She hit me with her car.
Move!
Haters will say Trisha jumped on the car, but she didn't.
Closed captioning provided by Well, you said if we see the clip, we would know. We actually have the clip.
Okay. I'd love for you to see that.
We actually...
Because there's either Jackie Chan or Medea, because I wasn't going to take that.
We actually do have the clip. Here's a more detailed version of that story
If you get hit by a car.
that I want Trisha to look at, and then you can comment on.
Last week I was in Myrtle Beach, and I was live streaming.
One of her haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Trisha.
Honey, you can take my license plate all you want.
I found out that this female follower of mine had driven 15 miles to see me.
Do not sit there and talk junk about people online because you never know who you're going to run into.
I didn't recognize nor invite her. Someone had texted me to let me know that she was streaming online, so I went outside and I confronted her.
Come on out!
She said she was going to teach me a lesson and pop me in the face.
You can move from in front of my car. Get off of my car.
I went out to get her license plates.
Get off of my car. I'm calling the police, honey. Get out of my way. Here, honey.
She backed out of the parking lot and she hit me with her car.
Move! I didn't hit you.
Haters will say Trisha jumped on the car, but she didn't.
I did. When she was coming at me, you jump up. You just don't stand there. If a car's coming at you, you jump. Medea or Jackie Chan taught you how to do that. If a car's coming at you, you either jump out of the way or stand there and get hit and knocked down.
Has you seen that before?
Not like that, not that big. I saw it on a little iPhone 5 and I'm like, I hadn't seen it on Dr. Phil's 72-inch cinema
She was
TV.
backing up and she went straight at me. Do you stand there? No.
Trisha,
you jump.
You had all the proof
Sean.
that you needed that somebody was there stalking you without you going back out there.
But
She
there's no
chased her
proof.
across the parking lot, got
get a
in front of her
license plate.
car, and dove on the hood.
I did. That's not the. No. That is not the way it happened. If I was going to dive, do you see how big I am? If I was going to dive on the hood, I'd have pulled a Superfly Jimmy Snuka on that hood.
I isolated that little section again. Let's take a look at just that.
Watch how they go. She's backing up and she's going forward.
Move!
I jumped up. She was coming towards me. You don't stand there.
I didn't hit you.
You ran in front of the car and jumped on the hood.
She was headed towards me. I jumped at
She
the car.
wasn't headed towards you. She was leaving. You chased her
time out.
down
Look.
like a.
No.
You chased her down.
Watch
Here
the hood.
it is.
See,
Look,
she's
you're running.
going forward. No, she's going forward. She was going forward. You can see her go back. No.
You ran
If
her
she'd have
down
kept
like
going
a cheetah on a gazelle.
More like an elephant on a car. I might have caused some damage, but if you look, she backed out and then she moved forward again. Watch the street and watch the windshield of her car.
Did you come
Move forward
running
and
from
back.
50 yards away to get in front of her?
As if yes.
Watch, you come in from
Watch
the...
her back up. Now she's moving forward.
Okay,
I run and
but
when she
do
was
you
gonna hit me,
see
I
you
jumped.
running from across the parking lot to get in front of her car?
Because I wanted that license plate number.
You already had the license plate number.
I didn't get it. Because the license plate's in the back of the car in North Carolina.
Were you getting it over your shoulder as you dove in?
The license plate's in the back of the car. She backed out. And then she back. If you watch.
Then why were you in front of the car? If you wanted the
Trying to get
license
back.
plate, why didn't you run
Because she's
behind the
backing
car?
up, and then she came out.
None of it needs to be on YouTube.
I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down and I'm not going to be told what to do.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not Rosa Parks. Well, truthfully, Trisha, you dove on that hood.
What was I to do? Stand there
How
and...
about staying over on the other side of the parking lot?
Watch. But if you watch, that's not even fair. No. No, Dr. Phil, that's not even fair, because if you look, she backed up. She could have kept backing up. She went forward, and while we both collided like it was an African safari. I'm a beast, I know that. But when we collided, when that happened, watch, see, she's backing up. Now watch, she's going forward, I'm going forward. I jumped up, because what happens? You can't just all of a sudden run and stop.
The car is stopped when you dove on the hood.
No, it wasn't stopped, sir. No, it was not stopped. If you watch, slow it down. She was going forward, so was I. You can't stop me. I'm 200 pounds like a linebacker. I wanted that plate to prove that she was there.
Help me out here.
Let me say this, one thing about everything that we're here for. Every single thing. None of it needs to be on YouTube. None of it.
So wait a minute. What you're telling me is, I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down and I'm not going to be told what to do. I have a right. I have a voice. I have the right to speak my opinion. I have the right to talk about whatever it is that I want to. Back in 1955, a woman was tired. She did not want to be told what to do. We live in a society now where we have the outlet to be able to say what's on our mind. It's a human rights issue.
Look, don't flatter yourself. You're not Rosa Parks.
No, I'm not. I'm truthfully Trisha. I wouldn't flatter myself, because it's an honor to be Rosa Parks. I'm truthfully Trisha, and I'm standing up for what I believe in. That woman had no right to be there. Whether you believe how the collision happened, it happened. That woman left her kids under the age of 12 home alone to come after me on vacation, and that's okay?
No, that's not okay. And you coming down from a high rise down into the parking lot and
I was in
putting
the lobby
yourself
when
in.
it happened. You missed the first part. She interviewed me, Dr. Phil. She spotted me.
No, I didn't miss the first part. You were going to get an ice cream cone with your last $5 after spending the day with homeless people up and down the way, and you wanted your ice cream cone. You went to get it, and she was interviewing you. Then somebody texted you and said, by the way, you're being live streamed right now.
And then she threatened me that she's going to pop me in my head and all of the other stuff.
She's going to punch you in the face.
And so I'm supposed to take it?
Instead, you dove on the hood of her car.
No, you would have seen me like Superfly Jimmy Snuka, like for an audition for women's wrestling or something. That was just a reaction. I learned that from Jackie Chan or Medea.
Well, Trisha says her haters have gone on campaigns against her and even created the Hate Trisha fan club. But what do her fans say about all of this? Well, we're going to hear from one of them after the break, and it's not the car crash hater, it's someone different. You told some of your haters or trolls that you were going to put their names on the dark web?
Nope, that was one of my haters.
That's not true. Yes,
that would be the other guy that she's making up stories about.
I'm having a moment.
Oh, hey, by the way, if you're going to make a dramatic walk-off, you need to go this way. Closed captioning provided by... Well, we've run out of time today, but we have so much more to cover with Truthful Trisha. Monday, Trisha comes face-to-face with one of her so-called haters. And no, it's not the woman involved in the great car caper. Also, what caused Trisha to leave the stage? You'll be stunned to see what happened on her way out the door. Take a look. Will Trisha finally accept that online streaming is causing chaos in the family? You don't want to miss Monday, when I almost had to call the paramedics. Log on to drphil.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter.
on an all-new Dr. Phil. Could this wife and mother
Trisha's hated by almost everybody on YouTube.
be YouTube's top drama queen?
The actions that you're doing is hurting your family. It's hurting your husband. It's hurting your daughter. You can't tell people that they sell their body parts for Percocet.
Hold up.
You can't.
Hold
Excuse
up
me,
a
I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse
bashing
me.
me. You're lying about me.
You're a hater, and you
don't
have
like that.
bashed on her.
I have only ever
In the
looked
dark.
for the truth.
What's your screen name you hide behind?
I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
Guests have walk-off before.
There's no way out that way. If you're going to make a dramatic walk-off, you need to go this way.
But never like this.
She's playing this attention-getting game. Oh, come on. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. All right, pull up a chair and pay attention because you don't want to miss today's show. Trisha is the online streaming obsessed wife and mother who spends all day, every day streaming her entire life online. Now, we met her yesterday and she claimed to have been bullied and harassed by her online viewers, including one who she says stalked her when she went on vacation. Now, that encounter ended with Trisha rolling Jackie Chan style onto the hood of this car. Here's what happened during yesterday's adventure.
So I hope you'll follow me, Truthfully Trisha, at YouTube.
My family thinks I'm out of control with my live streams, but I don't think so. My husband, Sean, wants me to stop streaming.
You're not going to get me to flip. 40% of your paycheck goes to your ex-wife.
That's why everyone gets to see this.
The world does not need a first-hand account of our marriage.
Memorial Day of 2017, I was live streaming and I had a breakdown. Sean was visiting his family in Atlanta, so I live streamed for over 8 hours straight. There was a moment where I smeared fake blood on me. It reminded me of the part of me that died when I was raped as a young girl. I went to the ER. I told them I saw trolls. They thought I was seeing trolls of a different kind, like the movie Trolls. I was admitted in the hospital for 6 days.
You say they misunderstood your use of the word trolls.
Sure,
That's
it's
a
only
really
allowed
crummy
that.
doctor.
Sure,
Because
it's
in
only
6
coming
days
so
they
much.
didn't figure out you were talking about internet trolls.
Exactly. That's my problem.
Her haters have sent her more than 3 pizzas to her home. She claims one of those pizzas was laced with black pepper on it.
Little did I know 2 of my haters conspired against me, and I'm anaphylactic allergic to black pepper.
It's like my whole mouth and my throat.
She says one of these people stalked her, that the hater actually hit her with her car.
I went to get the license plate, so I ran after her. She was backing away. And
So
I
she
got
hit
back
you
up.
with her car?
She hit me with my car. I had to see the clip.
We actually have the clip.
Okay.
Move! I didn't hit you.
But
She
there's no
chased her
proof.
across the parking lot, got
get a
in front of her
license plate.
car, and dove on the hood.
No.
Ran
If
her
she'd have
down
come
like a cheetah on a gazelle. Help me out here.
Let me say this. None of it needs to be on YouTube. None of it.
I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down and I'm not going to be told what to do. I have a right. I have a voice.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not Rosa Parks. Now, Wendy, who watches her channel, says Trisha is a narcissistic, delusional, attention-seeking bully who she believes has ruined people's lives. Take a look.
I first heard about Trisha's YouTube channel earlier this year. Trisha is a narcissistic, selfish, delusional, attention-seeking bully. Trisha's hated by almost everybody on YouTube. She uses the platform to tell terrible lies about people. A few weeks ago, she made light of a woman's presumed missing daughter, asking her how is she doing. She knew this woman was grieving. It was disgusting. Trisha called one woman pretending to be a nurse and asking for her medical information. Trisha once claimed that the husband of one of her trolls was running a pill mill out of Florida. Over the last few months, I've witnessed nasty arguments with her family.
And why are you gonna drop bombs? Stop!
She's a horrible mom. Her daughter begged her to get off YouTube, screamed at her, told her that she didn't care about any of these people. Trisha told her followers that Sean threw her into a door. She called the police and told them that his PTSD was triggered. She live streamed everything from a restaurant. Trisha keeps promising that she's going to give up live streaming as much as she does, but she won't.
Well, Wendy, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you.
How did you wind up being on her channel or following her or watching her videos?
I actually found her because there was another YouTuber that was talking about her bullying, and so I was curious to know what she was saying. And so that's how I found her, and immediately I heard her saying really horrible things about a person who's overweight, who happens to have a lot of subscribers, and she couldn't stand that.
Mm-hmm. And have you talked to her on her channel?
Yeah.
Who are you? What's your screen name you hide behind?
I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
No, what is your screen name? What is your screen name you hide behind?
You want me to tell? I'll tell.
Tell it.
It's
Oh, you're
Oh, you're that person.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So she's not really telling the truth.
Good.
Oh, good. I'm not
No,
going to tell you the
no,
truth.
because
Okay,
she-
Rosa Parks.
Okay.
No problem, Rosa Parks.
You know
Whoa,
what?
whoa,
No.
whoa,
you know
whoa,
something?
whoa, whoa,
You've
whoa.
made so many
Whoa,
threats.
whoa, sit
You
down.
told me to
Okay,
kill
sit
myself.
Sit down.
Sit
Sit down right now.
Sit
down.
down.
Sit down.
Come on, you're not diving on her hood. Just sit down.
I don't want to crush nobody else right now, Dr. Phil. This is
Hold
behind
on a
the
second.
screen.
Let me, this
Listen,
person.
first of all,
Hold on.
listen.
No,
Wait,
wait a
no,
second.
excuse me.
I'm
You
talking right
listen.
now.
I'm talking to
You
you.
listen.
Hold on.
You listen.
You
No,
listen.
You listen.
You listen.
I've had enough of you.
Whoa. Look around the room and see whose name's on the wall. I'll run this show. Listen. Say what you wanted to say.
Did we not have civil conversation?
Very, yes, sir. We
So
did.
then why are you coming out here and saying I immediately thought this and that and
I did.
didn't know?
I
and
did.
did you not go on a live stream with a couple other people and bash and bully the hell out of her?
I did not.
You
That's
did
what
not?
No, I did not. That's what I
Okay,
want to
so
say.
if I had known that you were the one that was going to be here, we would have provided that video.
Okay.
You're a hater
I
and
don't
you have
like her.
bashed on her.
Yeah.
And you have said some things on live
I have
streams
said,
to Trisha.
I have only
In
ever
the
looked
dark.
for the truth.
In the dark you
Never.
have.
All I have
Yes,
ever
Becca.
cared about is the actual truth.
You do not even know me. You don't know anything about me other than my live stream. You're just one of those people in the peanut gallery.
I don't like everything that
don't-
happens with me and Trisha, and I hate that everything that she puts on here is on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
But you
You too. You
but
don't
you
have to
hid
watch.
behind everything and flipped, and then went on a live stream with two other people
I
and
did.
bullied her right back.
No.
It was horrible. It backfired on you.
No, it didn't.
You did them back to back, and
Yeah, we
they
did.
told you guys that
Yeah,
it wasn't good. That
No.
you were bullying right back, and that you guys needed to stop. That's what happened.
At some point,
and you
do you
know
want me
it
to
did.
respond to any of this
Yes,
or no?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
And
I
you're
didn't
going to
interrupt you.
victimize
Okay.
yourself.
I didn't interrupt
Now
you.
that I know who it is. Now that I know who it is.
I let you vent, and I
Yes,
let
sir.
you make the point that she was
Thank you,
one of
Dr. Phil.
three and said ugly things about her, and I didn't interrupt you, and I let you speak. Now it's your turn.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The podcast that we did was an investigative podcast. It was not a bullying
YouTube
podcast.
investigators.
Stop it.
Whoop, whoop.
Excuse me.
Stop it.
It was an investigative podcast where we delved into
And what
her
did you
past.
find?
We found years of bullying, Dr. Phil, back to 2013, 2012. Years of her bullying through Facebook, through YouTube. She changes her name every couple of years. Comment after comment after comment of people that she has hurt because of her videos.
Well, I have tweets to one of her haters. You say, quote, "You're so ratchet." I don't even know what that means. You sold your something for Percocet so you can stop comparing yourself to me. You will never be me. I bet you still sleep with the lights on. I wore handcuffs for fun. You wore them for being a criminal. You will never be me. Blank yourself. So Miss Blanktard, if you're so well off, why the GoFundMe scam? Shut the blank up. when you trigger someone so much they try to one-up you and they end up looking even worse. Hashtag good job. Those who know me are not offended by my actions. I'm a mirror and reflect what my haters see in themselves. That's why they hate me.
No, that's not why.
Oh, yes it is.
No, it
you
isn't.
and your little online gangster
There's not
group.
one thing
You
about
think
you
you're
that I
so
wish
bad.
I had, my friend.
You
Not
can never
one
tell.
thing.
Then why do you watch me?
Mostly
Why?
because I want to know what you're up to and how you're hurting people.
Stalking
Why?
me.
Why do you need?
Because I'm friends
just
with these
turn
people
her
now.
off.
You're not friends
Just
in
turn
real
her
life.
off.
Yeah,
You're not
you're right.
friends
Just
in
turn
real
her
life.
off.
Turn
I
the-
understand.
Turn
I
the
understand.
channel.
And there have
No,
been
you
times.
don't.
There have been times that I have turned
see
you off.
you
She
all the
wouldn't have all
time.
this
You
attention. We wouldn't be on
watch
Dr.
me.
Phil if everyone
was
just turned her off, just like she needs to turn it off. Everyone needs to turn it off.
All right.
1,657.
Why don't you talk about turning it off? Here you go.
Hold up.
You can't.
Hold
Excuse
up
me.
a
I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse me.
bashing me. You're
I'm
lying about me.
No, I'm not. I can't talk over you. When it's my turn, I need you to shh.
I don't do sign language.
You want me to say it in sign? Stop.
I say it like that.
And later, you told some of your haters or trolls that you were going to put their names on the dark web.
Nope, that was one of my
That's
haters.
not true. Yes,
That
she
would
did.
be
No,
the
it
other
is.
guy
You're
that she's making
no,
up stories
no,
about.
I'm having a moment. I'm gonna like.
We saw the DM.
Oh, hey, by the way, there's no way out that way. If you're going to make a dramatic walk-off, you need to go this way.
Sit down. Okay.
What did you want to say?
What I want to say mostly is that I feel like you already know that the actions that you're doing is hurting your family. It's hurting your husband. It's hurting your daughter. It's hurting you. The things that you're doing, Trisha, you know are not okay. I know you are not proud of your actions. I know you're not. There are some things that you do that are pretty cute on there, and they're funny and adorable, and you have reason to have a channel. I'm not saying that you can't have a channel. I'm not saying you don't have the right to film your life. What I'm saying is you can't call people pedophiles. You can't tell people that they sell their body parts for Percocet.
Hold on.
You can't.
Hold
Excuse
up
me,
a
I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse me.
bashing me. You're
I'm
lying about me.
No, I'm not. You just I sold my.
Where does it say I called someone
where
a
are your
pedophile?
tweets? Where are your
your
stuff?
tweets calling me a whore?
I
and all
haven't
of
said
those
one
things?
word about you being a whore ever. I don't even use that word.
good
But the
Lord
people that you're on the
Jesus.
live, that you're on the podcast
Then you
with,
talk about them because I'm here.
talk
My
you
about
were
son
with
talking
them
about
on
you.
a live stream.
Yes, they were. Not one of them
You are
called you a
so
whore.
Oh,
two-faced. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You are so two-faced. Are you enjoying this?
Okay,
Are you
I have an
enjoying
audio
this?
statement here from a person named Dale. He claims that Trisha harassed him and
Let's
ruined
take
his
down
life
man.
by calling him a rapist and a pedophile.
A
So he
con
says
man.
you did call him a rapist and a
con man.
pedophile. He claims she also made fun of him being blind and autistic.
Yes, she
let's
did.
listen to what
Yes,
listen to what he says.
Okay, all right.
Just listen to what he
And
says.
then I'll, yeah,
That
okay.
extorted
I'll
you.
tell you what he did.
Play it.
My name is Dale, and Trisha has ruined my life. I first saw Trisha whenever she posted a video in the shower. Trisha claims that she didn't know she was being recorded. I posted that it looked like Trisha had a strange part, and that's when the harassment started. Trisha called me a rapist and pedophile. She has even made fun of me because I'm legally blind and autistic while live streaming. Trisha has texted me sexual messages and denies it to this day.
If you saw the guy, you'd know dang right well that's not the kind of guy I would ever have any email.
Yeah,
Hell
right.
no, Dr. Phil. That is
So that's
some-
not the kind of guy you would send sexual
Hell
provocative
no,
messages
Dr.
to?
Phil.
What kind of guy do you send them to?
someone handsome like you, but not like him. Come on now. I have taste, Dr. Phil. I have a husband, and that man hacked into my husband's email account. I have a husband.
He did not.
You know,
That is
here-
ridiculous.
She didn't send him any pictures.
Okay. I know that's not true, but thanks.
How do you know? Because you were one of the women who were looked at my naked pictures
Listen,
that were hacked.
I
No,
want
I've
to hear
not
this.
seen any naked
Wait a second.
pictures
Wait a
of
second.
you.
You just said you know it's not true. I'd like to know how you know it's not true.
Okay,
Tell me.
then let her answer. Questions
Okay,
usually
go
are
ahead.
followed by a pause,
All right,
giving
go
a
for
person an opportunity to respond.
Because I've seen the DMs. I've seen the private DMs, the private messages that you sent him. Not photoshopped in any way.
Yes.
He scrolled
Yes.
through the whole
Because
thing
he's
on
a
The
fucking
scroll-
Listen,
Listen,
I can't
stop, let
talk over you. So
Well, you know
listen,
what?
when it's my turn, I need you to shh. For
I don't
real.
do sign language.
I know sign language. You want me to say it in sign? Stop.
I say it like that.
Oh,
right.
come on now, guys.
First of all, the scrolled didn't have anything sexual in it.
That's not true. Yes, it did. Did you not see it?
You saw what? Who is that?
Did you
guy?
not see it?
We're
Because
not
yes,
giving
it did.
attention to this person.
And then when we tried to explain it to you, we tried to show it to you.
Nobody has sent it to me.
Whoever showed it to you, somebody
Nobody
supposedly
sent it to
sent
me.
it to you.
Okay,
I
time
sent you
out.
the fake one.
Time out. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Phil. I went to school 15 years for this.
It's true. Sorry.
Actually, there's a reason I'm doing this show, because I think the internet, while really a wonderful tool, can also be very toxic. It can lead to people getting involved with predators. I mean, it can be very dangerous, and you can lose yourself in it. So I'm doing this as a cautionary tale, and boy, is this a good example. We're going to come back in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about why did Trisha prank call her mother, claiming she was caught in Hurricane Sandy. We'll talk about that and even more after the break, and it's fair game because it was live streamed. We'll be right back. Okay, that's it. We're done. You're out.
That is not fair,
You're out.
You lied.
No.
You're gone. Yes. Yes, you can.
That was not accurate what she said.
Oh, come on.
You want to get your wife?
You need to get out of here.
And later, I think you should unplug. I think you should get the hell off the internet because you're out of control.
I have no one. When you say unplug,
Let me.
every day I try.
Okay.
It's what keeps me alive.
Mom, this is a really bad storm. Mom, it's a hurricane. I need you, Mommy. She said she hated me and hung up the phone.
Why would you do something like that and live stream it?
Can I discuss that without having this person here to
No,
mock what
you
I
can
have to
answer my
say?
question.
Go ahead. Because
What happened that day? It was a prank, like other people do, like Jackass and things like that in 2012. So you're going to demonize me for something taken completely out of context and twisted from 2012? You're
Well,
wrong.
I heard it. We didn't play your mother's voice because...
that was be part of it too, Dr. Phil. It was both of them were going at it pretty hard.
Oh, believe me, I know, but her mother was so embarrassed by it, she didn't want to even be part of it, didn't want her voice
I
used.
truly don't think it's fair that I have a hater sitting here judging me while I try to discuss
I'm a
my
witness.
private... You're not a witness.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
Of
am.
all the things that you've ever written to me, you are one of the biggest trolls.
That's not true. I've never
Yes,
written
it is.
anything hateful to you ever once.
The problem with you is if you don't freaking like me, don't watch me. Dr. Phil has people who don't like him and they don't watch him. And he's got good lawyers to do cease and desist, which I would have had on you.
I've not done one thing to you.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Okay.
You talk about me every chance you get on every other video. What is it? If you don't like me so much, why do you watch me?
I've already explained that.
Is that what you wanted to say? Because you said you're going to have a chance to tell her what you wanted to say. Is this it?
I'm sure I'll think of something else.
Well, no, you said you wanted a chance to respond. I'm giving you a chance to respond.
This person is lying to you, Dr. Phil, and she wrote nasty messages on his page.
What did I say
And
nasty
she
to you?
blocked him.
It wasn't nasty
Thank
on
you.
my page. The stream you were doing with other people
Yes.
bashing Trisha.
You didn't like that. I get that you guys didn't like that.
But
I
how does it
understand
feel
that.
for you
because
to
you were
bully me?
the stuff that you were investigating were given to you by bad people. The people in Florida.
That's your opinion. Our opinion was that they were valid.
Okay,
Show me my
okay.
criminal
Do you know
record
who they
then.
were?
Show
don't
me
have
my
a criminal
record
record.
then. Where did you get your degree? On YouTube?
No, I got my degree from a university. Actually,
Oh, really?
I have a master's
YouTube
degree.
university?
Yes.
Then
that
what do
doesn't
you do?
even matter.
I have a
That doesn't
master's
matter.
degree.
You have a
And
master's
I have
degree?
graduated
Are you
from
working?
university.
So
Yes,
why are you
I
on
am,
YouTube
actually.
all day long? If
I'm
I
not.
stream 8 hours a day, yes, you are. If you have a job, why are
do
you
have a
watching
job.
me 8 hours a day?
I don't. I have a life.
So you're
I
using
can't.
your professional opinion
Yeah.
to diagnose me? Then you're wrong. It's unethical.
I'm not diagnosing you
So-
with anything.
You called me narcissistic.
Yes,
Can you
you
read
are.
that, Dr. Phil? She diagnosed me being all of those things.
Well, I'm going to excuse her in just a minute, but while she's here, I want to ask you, some things that have been alleged, and you can respond to them, and you may have some comment on this. Have you told some of your haters or trolls that you were going to put their names on the dark web?
Nope, that was one of my haters.
That's not true. Yes,
that
she
would
did.
be the other guy that said she's making up stories about.
I'm having a moment. I'm going to
We saw the DM.
Oh, hey, by the way, hold on, turn around.
Trisha, come back. I'll get her.
There's no way out that way. Hold on. If you're gonna make a dramatic walk off, you need to go this way.
Sit down. Okay. Sit down. Sit down.
This is crap.
Sit down.
This is crap.
No, listen. No, seriously. If you want to make a dramatic exit, you need to go this way because you can't get out that way.
Where?
The only dark web that I know about is if he unplugs the router. I don't know anything about the dark web, or if I don't pay my electric bill. That's dark for me. That's all that I know.
Have you live streamed a friend's drunken, destructive behavior and they committed suicide 7 days later?
No.
No.
No, Dr. Phil, she live streamed, she videotaped, excuse me, she videotaped a person.
She can say what she wants and then I'll tell the truth.
Okay, thank you. She videotaped a person who was drunk in her home and being belligerent. She did it, actually her daughter is the one who filmed it. She was about 13 at the time. She filmed that, they used it for evidence in order to keep this woman away from her house. Again, in the future they got some kind of restraining order or something like that. She sent that video all over Facebook, and months and months and months later, many months later, she sent the same video to the woman's husband's supervisor. 7 days later, she killed herself.
Because that never happened.
No, okay, that's it. We're done. You're out. Go. You're out of here.
That is not fair.
You're out.
You lied. You made a lie.
You lied.
You lied. Go.
Can
I stay here?
You too.
Okay.
You're gone. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
That was not accurate what she said.
Oh, come on.
You want to get your wife?
You need to get out of here.
No, Wendy,
you
go
caused
this way.
this.
Go this way.
Which way?
You lied about that story about that woman.
Come on, I need you to sit up. Could you please?
And this is part of the problem. This is funny to everybody. It's funny to everybody.
It's not funny to me.
This is part of the haters and why we need to get her off the internet, because half the people in here are laughing about it.
Well, because
and someone's saying,
laughing.
yes, it's funny
Sean,
to them. Yes, sir.
Sit down.
Yes, sir.
They're laughing about the absurdity of this.
Yes.
Now, if she's going to...
Yeah. And part of the issue is that
if she's going to play this whole drama out, then I'm going to excuse the audience. We're going to call paramedics. We're going to get her out of here because of the liability, and that means she's not going to get the help that you need her to get, because you're going to let her play this histrionic game here, and that means this is all over, and she's not going to get what she needs to get.
That's why we're here, so that she can get the help that she needs.
She's playing this game.
Yes, sir.
This attention-getting game here, and look, this ain't my first rodeo.
I will say that lady there, that she told a not an accurate story of what had happened with this.
Well, I have no doubts that the truth lies somewhere in between. Yeah. Robin, what were you saying?
I said, well, we all decided as she walked by we didn't see any tears.
Not one. Look, would you like to know what I think's going on here?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to tell you right after the break.
Okay.
Closed captioning provided by Well, I'm back with Sean and not Trisha. Trisha decided to walk off, and she collapsed on the runway. I watched the whole thing. She collapsed much like she jumped on the hood of the car. Seriously. And this is melodramatic, attention-getting behavior. And look, this isn't news to you.
My surprise lever hasn't budged an inch.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what I do think. Well, she's engaging these haters, and first off, you just can't do that. If I engaged everybody that got on my social media platforms and said, why don't you shut up, you bald-headed hillbilly, I would do nothing but respond to those people. You just simply can't. And your wife, in your own words, and actually hers, I'm not sure that addiction is the right word, because I think addiction really should be reserved for physiological dependency sort of things, but she certainly has become obsessed with this, and many people do. She hasn't invented this. She's become obsessed with it, and she says it gives her instant gratification. She can watch the number of followers go up, and she gets a lot of positive feedback, because your wife's cute as a button. I mean, she really is, and she's got a great personality, and she's very entertaining, right? I mean, really, she's got a very positive side to her. I can see why people would follow her and all, but she also has no boundaries. Mm-hmm. She has a problem with boundaries, yes. And so sometimes she'll up the ante. If the attention is waning, I think she'll up the ante a little bit. I mean, she's got clips where she covers herself in blood. And have you seen those?
Afterwards.
I have a definition of normal and a definition of abnormal. If something is normal, then it doesn't interfere with your functioning and the healthy pursuit of your goals and other parts of your life. It's abnormal if it does interfere with the pursuit of your healthy goals in life.
Or you can do nothing else.
As I say, it interferes with the healthy functioning and pursuit of goals. It's become,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's become a block here. And I think it's ironic that she labels her channel truthfully Trisha, because there's a lot that she speaks that's not at all truthful. It's gauged to get a reaction. It mimics an addiction in that she gets a high from plugging in, and then when she gets away from it for even a few minutes, her anxiety starts building up. She plugs back in and gets some reinforcement from people. Mm-hmm. It calms her down for a minute, and then if she doesn't, she has to get that next fix, that next fix.
And if she doesn't get that fix, it just goes and it goes, because the fix isn't there, and it'll just get in the negative direction, and it just keeps going and going and going and going.
I think I can tell you what needs to happen here to calm this down and head it in the right direction. I think it's very doable, and I think I can give you the formula for success. Now, Trisha is going to come back out in a minute because I have some advice for her and the family.
Please.
And so I want everybody to just calm down, and let me talk about this, because I know this has kind of been outrageous and has some entertainment value to it, but I only do shows that have takeaway, and it's time to create some takeaway here so everybody here and everybody watching can hear what I have to say, because this internet stuff can get toxic, and I want to talk about how to take the toxicity out of it. We'll be right back. I know that you were bullied as a child, and a lot of the things the haters say to you now are triggers for what you heard as a child. That's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Closed captioning provided by Okay, well, Trisha is rejoining us. How you feel?
Blown away.
Yeah? Why?
To be accused of something that hits me in the Achilles heel of my heart. Suicide is not a joke to me.
What?
Suicide is not a joke to me. Yeah. I lost someone very close to suicide, and that someone could make an accusation that I caused that for someone else I lost it.
It's hard for me to tell what's real with you and what's histrionics with you, because you're very labile emotionally. This gives you a clue. You go up and down, right? And I do my homework, and I know that you were bullied as a child, and a lot of the things the haters say to you now are triggers for what you heard as a child. We speak at about 125 words a minute, but we think at about 1,300 to 1,500 words a minute. And so, the reason that's important is a bully will say something to you, like young girls, 7th grade, can be walking through the cafeteria and they can say, you're a fat pig. They may only say it one time, but that 7th grade girl who has body image problems may repeat that every day for the rest of her life. But in her mind, she repeats it 10 times the speed, so she can say it. I mean, she can say those 3 words 1,000 times a minute. So it just gets programmed into your brain to the point that it really becomes a defining message of who you are. And then when somebody comes along and pokes at that open wound, you can really have a big reaction to it. If you have a need to be loved by strangers, this is not the job you should be in. And you've put yourself out there to a mini public, and you don't have the demeanor to handle that. But yet you've put yourself in that position where you have what you call haters, and you know, it may be the same 30 people living in their grandmother's basement for all I know. I don't know. But you engage those people, that's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. You can't do that. When you do that, you might as well put them on the payroll. You cannot respond to those people. Not ever, never, ever can you respond to those people. And when they don't get a reaction, they'll go away. They'll go find somebody else because they're looking for a reaction. And when you, as you call it, clap back, I guess that's internet talk for being stupid, you don't want to engage those people because they just keep coming back at you. You're rewarding them. You're rewarding bad behavior with attention. To sit there and live stream brushing your teeth, to me, just doesn't.
And it's a struggle to make it through moment by moment. It's what keeps me alive.
Look, I got a good sense of humor, but if it starts to backlash on you and hurt your feelings and hurt your daughter, hurt your husband, hurt your marriage, then it's not worth the reaction. It's not worth the laugh. It's not worth the buzz.
When they're not there and I have no one and I am withdrawn and I am depressed and I'm isolated, it's what keeps me alive. When you say unplug, whether it be, I have supporters out there who tell me to keep going, that there are 3,000 people who attempt suicide every day and 145 succeed.
Okay, let me...
Every day I try.
Okay, but let me tell you something. You're kind of like a chatty Cathy. You have a string you pull and you erp up certain things that you think justify what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you that, as Robin says better than I, when I personally think one of the most powerful women's advocates on the globe today, and one of her primary messages to women is you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And she'll say to mothers, you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of your children. Because if you become emotionally bankrupt, you're cheating your children. She says, we need mothers, not martyrs.
Well, they tell me I'm a narcissist when I take care of myself.
Well, you can listen to them or you can listen to me.
I'm listening to you, Dr. Phil.
You make your choice. I can't make that for you. You say you've got supporters out there. They come at a very high price for you and your family right now. Do I think you should unplug? Absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt. I think you should unplug. I think you should get the hell off the internet. I think you should stay away from it for a period of at least 90 days. Do I think you have the right to be on the internet? Yes. Do I think you have the right to say what you want to say as long as it's not a lie? Yes. As long as it doesn't incite people to violence? Yes. But I think right now it's coming at a very high price for you, and I think you should unplug because I think you're out of control. And when you say, well, then I'm just sitting there looking at the walls in the house being withdrawn and alone, then you know what? Go to your church and volunteer. Go down and take the training. Go down and take the training and carry a phone for the crisis hotline for suicide prevention, where you carry a phone and you can be on call 24 hours a day for those people. Do what Robin advocates so much and become a CASA. Become a court-appointed special advocate for foster children and go fight for them in the court system. Go find things that you can do that you find meaningful and empowering, where you're fighting the good fight for the good reason and the good cause. To sit there on your computer and live stream brushing your teeth, to me just doesn't.
And it's a struggle to make it through moment by moment.
Closed captioning provided by. I think if you will do some of the things I'm talking about, and I'm going to get you some professional help, including a life coach, I think if you would take all of this energy and plug yourself into some things, I think, personally, I think you have a great personality. I think you're very entertaining. I think if you routed all that stuff into some things where you could see one of these foster children that you guided through the maze, you know what the number one outcome is in predicting whether a child is going to do well in this world or not? It's not education, it's not money, it's not home. It's whether or not they have an adult to put their arm around their shoulders and say, I'll walk this walk with you. That's the number one predictor of whether those kids.
I never had that as a child.
But you can give what you wish you had gotten. If you want to fill up a void, give what you wish you had. And that will fill you up faster than anything you can do is give away what you wish you had. And if you would do some of those things, I predict within 90 days you would look back and say, I cannot believe the time I wasted doing this when I could have been impacting these lives and doing these things. It will make you alive. It will make you vibrant. It will bring you back to your husband. It will bring you back as a mother. It will bring you back as a person. And I'm just saying, let me get you some help to walk you through this transition. And I predict in a very short period of time, you will go, oh my God, wow, there's a whole world out here and I'm now a meaningful part of it. Give me 90 days of getting you help and unplugging you, and you won't believe what happens next. Will you do that?
Yes.
Do you support that?
Absolutely.
Am I giving her the right advice?
Hell yes.
So sorry.
Okay.
If I'm giving her the right advice, stand up. Okay? All right. I want to thank all of my guests today. For more information about today's show, log on to the internet. drphil.com. You can also join the conversation today on Facebook and Twitter. Don't stay long. Just say what you have to say and get the hell off. Thanks for being here. I'm going to get you this.